It's going great. It's going. I'm with my. I just incorporated strength and conditioning, and so I'm really changing my body composition, and I'm getting a lot stronger while losing a lot of fat. So I feel like this is the missing component from what I've been doing. It's, for me, it's going back to the basics. For me, when I was competing in wrestling, when I was during my success in wrestling. So this is, I needed to do this. But in mixed martial arts, you have to learn all the disciplines, and I've only been doing this a little over a year. So for me to have the success in that short amount of time, I'm pretty blessed to have it. So.
For you?
It's a long-term career move. For me, it's just, at 205, the guys are so big. They're tall and really long,
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I don't have that long reach advantage, and I don't, I'm not as tall as they are. So, it's just, 185, it levels out the playing field. Well, I don't ever stop training. After my last fight, of course, I had to take that necessary time off. But after that, I was back to training. So I've been training for a good 6 weeks. At 185, I believe that I'd be significantly bigger, and that I'd have a significant advantage with just having my wrestling background. Obviously I have to learn, the striking and the jiu-jitsu as well, but that's coming along quite well. So, for me, it's able to, transition between the stand-up and the wrestling and the ground game. And now I've been doing a lot more grappling tournaments, and I've been beating black belts in tournaments. So it's been good. My ground game is where I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference. The WC is a sister show, and it's quite a bit smaller. And the WC, I went into the WC just for more experience because the UFC is the Super Bowl of mixed martial arts.
Exactly.
And I knew for me I needed that experience. And so when I had a 4-fight contract with the WC, and that's roughly over about a year and 3 months, worth of experience. And when they cut their heavier weight classes, I was forced to go to the UFC right away, so, and then right off the bat, I get a top contender, right off the bat, so they had a lot of trust. They had a lot of trust in me with my ability, and, it's great, and they still have confidence in me, so, I expect to make waves, 185, and, I'm working hard towards it. You're actually going to see both, an improved stand-up game with transitioning into my wrestling. So, for me, it wasn't me in the ring. All my training partners just, asked me, what went on. That wasn't the Mark Munoz that we trained with, and so, it's a weird thing, because I got away from my game plan, and so infatuated with being a boxer, and I was learning stand up and everything, that I abandoned a lot of I could count everything to nerves and the UFC jitters. But now I got that experience, and it, just like Hamill said on his press release, it could have been him, as well as me, so, I got caught, and that's just how it goes, and he did well. He went out and he executed that technique really well and caught me, and I got caught. So, yeah, they actually had a lot of confidence in me, and they were like, they asked my manager, "Are you ready for Matt Hamill?" I'm like, "Definitely, I'm ready for Matt Hamill. I'm ready for anybody you put in front of me." I don't shy away from any type of competition. So, me coming in, they wanted a good show, and that's what I wanted to give. Matt Hamill executed that kick, and he caught me. So that's the thing about mixed martial arts. Anybody can get caught at any given time. So, and it was just my time. So now I'm just learning how to put my covers up and protect while be offensive and attack. So